let's do a speed review of this game where I will explain my thought process, where it went wrong, what I could have done better, and yeah. Starting off, I messed up with my scout. I should have instantly gone to the herdables and started herding them in the hunt rather, not the herdables. I should have herded them into my town center. So we'll just fast forward this bit. And we're going for a fast vault build, so this is what you kind of have to do. Herd them in and then start eating them. What happened here was my build was really bad, so I ended up with a really bad age up, and this elk was also being rather stubborn with me, so I didn't get too much scouting off. But coming at this point in the game, I scouted this. I'm against Freyr, and Freyr, if a Freyr sees this, it's more often than not that they will be a very happy person, right? Because now this cuts out the aggressive openers for me in this matchup. I can't really go aggressive because of this. In combination with Oler means Freyr can get away with getting a second gold mine safe and sound and scale to where he wants to be in the game. So yeah, I saw this, I was like, okay, I guess I have to play a boomy game, and I assume my opponent will do the same. I couldn't find any herdables. But I'm just scouting now to see the map situation. Also, if you see a gold mine like this, you can almost always assume that your opponent has a gold mine like this as well, since maps are often mirrored. There are a few cases where they are not mirrored. So just by looking at your own gold mine, you can see that he has this and formulate the game plan around that. But yeah, here I see relics. I see this one. I think to myself, maybe I can do some form of fast mythic Colossus play for fun. I wasn't really going in with a game plan, so that's not something ideal. But when I saw this, I thought to myself, Colossus could be an angle. Usually in this matchup, a Cyclops push doesn't work, which is one of the best things Hades can do against Norse. But against Freyr, Cyclops push doesn't work at all. So it's not ideal. You don't want to do it. You don't want to put all your eggs into that basket and then fail with the play, because Cyclops in combination with Underworld basically cancels out their bad movement speed, because you obviously teleport into their base. But if you do this, they will just golden burst to you and take your Underworld down, and you have to retreat, and then now you're back to square one. He has 2 town centers, and you're gonna have to try to push him here, and it's gonna be a Hell Fort, Asgardian Bastion, town center, and it's just gonna be a bad time for you. So that is why I didn't want to go Ares or Cyclops in this matchup. And instead I chose to play it somewhat standard with a 2 town center. This is unfortunate. Game bugged out slightly and didn't want to tell me that this one was idle. But yeah, my situation is very bad right now. I don't have food. I didn't get in any herdables, and because of the late age up, because I messed this build order up, I had to get on these to finish up aging up. And yeah, so now I'm on my chickens, I'm on my berries. I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. If I grab this, I will have to get on farms right away, which will mean I'm going to be behind by 2 minutes throughout the entire game from start to finish, which will most likely lose me the game. So what I chose to do instead was take the riskier approach and get my heroes out and go for this town center right here. Because it has hunt here, berries here, and 3 gold mines that will help me in the later game. But yeah, so he's in a very good position. just by me making so many mistakes after mistakes early on with the build order, with eating my herdables, not getting enough herdables, not having a game plan. Lots of things went wrong for me this game. And what I should have done was, let's pause here. I should have recognized this earlier, the bad state of my base, and probably formulate a plan around that, such as instead of taking a risk like this or take a town center at all, I might have to push up into the middle of the map with some units to start off with, potentially deny him from getting the middle control, which is if you do get middle control as Freyr, you will most likely win the game because of Golden Bursty, right? So if I contest the middle, I can grab a slightly delayed town center, I can eat the hunt, I can eat the berries, and I have restoration in case a fight breaks out. But yeah, he scouts my TC. He's already getting his units out, which is a standard opener for Freyr. You want to get some units out. I'm just gonna get this up. Gonna start eating the hunt. Right now, okay. I'm like, okay, I'm behind, but I'm gonna try to claw my way back in. This is why having a plan and a good build, an opener, is crucial so that you don't make these mistakes. Here was another thing. I didn't have my heroes in place. They were up here. So this got some damage off, pushed me off of this, but I had already eaten some of it. But yeah, with me not having any units or economy to make units and having a plan around going mythic, he gets map control. So what I'm hoping here is I survive long enough to be able to go to mythic through Hephaestus, get iron armory upgrades, and push out with Colossus and stronger units with better armory upgrades. But he recognized this very well, scouted nicely, and saw that my base is split. This cliff right here also messes me up. One weakness of Hades is that his movement on his units is considerably slower than other Greeks because Zeus has the 4.9 speed hoplites and Poseidon usually plays Hippias, so he can rotate quicker than Hades can. So I've basically split my map in half and it's going to be very tough for me to defend both spots at once. And what I should have done here was, as soon as you see this, I should have popped down some military buildings. And you will see that this will be my downfall. Me not scouting this properly. I did scout it, but I just didn't react properly to the scout, which kind of put me in such a bad position. I have no units to defend. I have tower upgrades. I have my Minotaur and my hero, but he has the numbers, right? And he did a very nice cheeky thing and got himself the early Rams upgrade you can get as Freyr. And he was hiding it until he was ready to get them out and make a big push at once. So me playing to this extreme greed of forcing forcing a mythic play when it's not optimal will end up getting me ran over. So now we got the siege up and I still don't have any production buildings on this side. So now I'm trying to hurry up, throw production buildings out. I'm like, Curse will help me slightly slow the push down. But with the sentinels, with the towers, with the Curse, he still has the advantage. Because he has the production buildings and I don't. So what happens here is he keeps pushing. I'm trying to get my buildings out as soon as possible. And it's just not working out for me very well. Trying to trade units so that he doesn't get a free push off. And it's working fine up until the point of the Golem Bear coming in. So now when this bad boy is in here, I kind of feel there isn't much I can do anymore. but I'm still trading fine with the usage of the sentinels, the towers, and the town center micro, going in and out of it. So I'm holding somewhat, but I'm still considerably far further behind than I should be. And that's all because I was greedy and did not make any production buildings or farms. So I'm trying to hold on here, but to no avail. He gets a really nice raid off, and as you saw there, right there at the end, I cannot chase him. The cliff separates this base from this base, which means he can come here, he can go there faster than I can respond. So ultimately, too many bad decisions in a chain of bad decisions ended up losing me the game convincingly. I did not feel like I had any chance in this game. First of all, we can go through the reasons. I can pull up my trusty paint and we can go over them together. So let's do this. Moment. Okay. So first, my first mistake was bad build order. I did not herd properly, so I lost a lot of time. It led me to have a, let's see what the age up timer was, 5-minute age up, which is very bad. It's fine as Hades normally, but on a map like this where you don't have much hunt, it doesn't really work out because now your villagers will need to move out to a second location for food. Secondly, I greeded too much. I assumed that he would go for a back town center. Instead, so I assumed he would go for a back town center, so I greeded and went for the wrong town center and split my base in half. So greed, I doubled down on the greed, right? And it led me to having a really bad positioning. Thirdly, I scouted his stuff, but I didn't react. Oh my god. Excuse me. So I scouted, but I didn't react. And this was the nail in the coffin. Not reacting, I should have built, military. I should have built military. But instead, I chose to go all the way back to number 2 and double down on or triple down on the greed at this point and try to go for mythic without making any units. And what he did was beautifully punish my greed while being stable himself. He didn't all in me. He just didn't choose to jump ages like I did and instead went all in on me in classic where I had no units while I was heroic as well. So a chain of bad decision making, chain of greed, and poor reacting from what I scouted led me to ultimately lose this game. Now, if we were to restart, what I would have done was not mess up my build order, first of all. Secondly, I would have taken this town center instead, or I would have opened up with one town center, a military barracks, an archery range, pushed up to the middle, grabbed some control, made sure he doesn't step out. Either he commits to a one town center play against me, or he takes the back town center. And if he takes the back town center, I will then go in here and take this town center. which will lead me to having map control with my units, so he doesn't get to access this quadrant. This is his little bubble. That was what I could have done. I could have made him stay in his little quadrant of the map and get map control for myself and just not let him do what he wants, which is what he got to do in this game. That's the first option. 1 TC opener. Second would be, instead of taking this and split my map up in half with a cliff, I simply take this and place concede map control, scout better, and actually make units stay in classic for an extended period of time while I set up my economy with farms, because I do have a gold mine to live off of, and with Vault of Erebus, it should keep me afloat until I can then go Apollo and possibly make an underworld play on his back base here and distract him while I either push here, and once he rotates to deal with this, I will just simply go back into the underworld and start working my way into the middle again. Or I could jump ages with my military to Mythic and then do the play instead of an Heroic. With Mythic, you get either Hephaestus or Artemis, and you can go for an Earthquake on this town center, and then you can hit this town center with your army, and then he's suddenly down 2 town centers. He has to come back here while you keep a couple of units around just to harass his villagers. You send the rest back home, and you push out and try to grab map control that way. So there were options in this game. It wasn't unwinnable. It was winnable, but I just had to play better. Had to make the correct decisions. So I hope this video will help you guys with perhaps analyzing your games, seeing it from a different perspective, understanding what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and all of those good things. Yeah, let me know if you guys like to see more of this. I'll be happy to make more if you guys enjoy it. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!